Have you ever asked for something? Maybe even prayed for it, put it on your vision board, set the intention, and did all the things. And then when that thing seemingly showed up at your door, you felt this pressure to say yes because you're telling yourself, this must be it. This is what I asked for and prayed for, and all the things. But here's what I need you to sit with today. Just because opportunity knocks, whether it's a job, a business opportunity, or even a relationship, doesn't mean you open the door and invite it in. Today, I want to talk about 3 questions to ask yourself before you jump into that yes, and the traps that will rush you into a decision that takes you further away from who you are and what you truly deserve. What's good? What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Candia, your personal hype woman on a mission to help you show up and speak up anyway without losing yourself in the process. I literally had to walk myself through this situation recently, y'all. So, earlier in the year, I set out to envision some things I wanted to breathe life into, and an opportunity came my way. It looked meaningful, impactful, definitely seemingly aligned with something that I said I wanted, something I asked God for. But when I really sat with it, I had to ask myself a hard question. Girl, do I actually want this? Or do I just like the idea of it? Because those are not the same. And I'm learning, still learning, that my life goal isn't just to get what I prayed for, it's to have the discernment to know whether what showed up actually aligns with who I am, where I'm going, and what I value in this season of my life. And here's what I've noticed. A lot of us, myself included, we pray for more, we ask for expansion, more impact, even more love in our relationships and all the things, but we haven't built the muscle to slow down and evaluate what's actually showing up. And that's exactly how you end up saying yes to something that looks right but isn't right for you. So let me make this a little bit more clear. Just because something shows up doesn't mean it's your assignment. Sometimes it's just an option. Whose option? I don't know. It may not be your option. So when I say don't open the door, I don't mean don't engage. Yes, you can answer the door. Answering the door looks like asking questions, getting clarity, checking for alignment. That part is absolutely necessary. However, inviting it in without doing that work first, that's where it gets messy. That's where it gets overly complicated. Because when you skip that step, you end up overcommitting, ignoring your capacity, saying yes to things that are a straight up violation of your boundaries and your values. And here's the part we don't talk about enough. Sometimes what shows up isn't confirmation, it's simply a test of your discernment. I realize that growth doesn't only come from receiving what you asked for, it comes from your ability to choose correctly when it arrives. So, why do we typically rush past that process? Why do we typically skip the self reflection, the questions? 2 words come to my mind: scarcity mindset. Because when that opportunity shows up, something in us starts whispering, what if this is my only chance? What if I wait and then poof, it's gone? And that timeline pressure, that scarcity thinking will have you saying yes to things that don't fit your life, don't fit who you are, and honestly don't even fit what you deserve. I caught myself doing it, y'all, and the thing showed up and I thought, girl, why are you second guessing yourself? You said you wanted this. And I had to side eye my own self because that urgency wasn't wisdom, it was fear. The urgency that I was feeling was simply fear. So before you say yes to the next thing that shows up at your door, here are your 3 questions. 1, does this align with what I actually value? Or just how I want to be perceived? Seriously, if no, because see, with some opportunities, you got to keep it totally 100 with yourself. If nobody knew I said yes to this, would I still want it? That'll give you some clear insight in terms of it being something that you are agreeing to because it looks and sounds good. Question number 2. What would this actually require from me? And am I willing to give it without shrinking myself or stretching myself thin or violating my own self-respect? And I always think that's a really good question too, not only for career opportunities or job opportunities, but even in our relationships. Some of us are walking into situations knowing daggone well you are violating your own self-respect when you say yes to it. Anywho, that's an episode for another day. Question number 3. Is this my assignment right now, or is it just an option that showed up in this season? So, y'all know I love saying in this season because one of the things that I love about how I'm showing up is I free myself from permanent decisions. So I always say in this season of my life because next season it may be different. But anywho, question number 3, is this my assignment right now, or is it just an option that showed up in the season? I truly believe that speaks volumes about understanding the power of trusting the process. I trust that even if I say yes or even if I say no, it's working in my favor. It's working for the greater good of Candia. So here's what I want to leave you with. This is a quick episode. Discernment is a practice. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets. And so the next time that opportunity knocks at your door, answer the door, ask the questions, get clarity, then decide if you're going to invite it in. Talk to y'all soon.